Structural organization in animals, animal tissues, organ and organ system. A single cell performs all functions like digestion, respiration and reproduction in unicellular organisms. The same basic functions are carried out by different groups of cells in a well-organized manner in the complex body of multicellular animals. The body of Hydra, a simple organism, is made of different types of cells and the number of cells in each type can be in thousands. Billions of cells perform various functions in the body. A group of similar cells along with intercellular substances perform a specific function in multicellular animals, and this type of organization is called tissue. Only four basic types of tissues are present in all complex animals. To form an organ like stomach, lungs, heart, and kidney, these tissues are organized in specific proportion and pattern. They together form organ system when two or more organs perform a common function by their physical and or chemical interaction. Example, digestive system, respiratory system, etc. Cells, tissues, organs, and organ systems split up the work in a way that exhibits division of labor and contribute to the survival of the body as a whole. Animal tissues. According to their function, the structure of the cells vary, due to which the tissues are different. They are broadly classified into four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is commonly referred to as epithelium. This tissue, which has a free surface, faces either a body fluid or the outside environment, and thus to some part of the body provides a covering or a lining. With little intercellular matrix, the cells are compactly packed. Simple epithelium and compound epithelium are two types of epithelial tissues. A single layer of cells constitute the simple epithelium and functions as a lining for body cavities, ducts, and tubes. The compound epithelium has protective function as it does in our skin, and it consists of two or more cell layers. Simple epithelium is further divided into three types on the basis of structural modification of the cells. These are squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. The epithelium that is made of a single thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries is the squamous epithelium. In the walls of blood vessels and air sacs of lungs, the squamous epithelium are found, and they are involved in functions like forming a diffusion boundary. Epithelium that is composed of a single layer of cube-like cells is the cuboidal epithelium. In ducts of glands and tubular parts of nephrons in kidneys, the cuboidal epithelium is commonly found, and secretion and absorption are its main functions. In the kidney, the epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule of nephron has microvilli. Epithelium that is composed of a single layer of tall and slender cells is the columnar epithelium. At the base, their nuclei are located. Microvilli are present on the free surface. In the lining of stomach and intestine, the columnar epithelium is present, and they help in secretion and absorption. They are called ciliated epithelium if the columnar or cuboidal cells bear cilia on their free surface. Over the epithelium, their function is to move particles or mucus in a specific direction. In the inner surface of hollow organs like bronchioles and fallopian tubes, they are mainly present. Some of the columnar or cuboidal cells are called glandular epithelium because they get specialized for secretion. Glandular epithelial cells are mainly of two types: isolated glandular cells, which are unicellular, example goblet cells of the alimentary canal, and a cluster of cells which are multicellular, example salivary gland. Glands are divided into two categories on the basis of the mode of pouring of their secretions, namely exocrine and endocrine glands. Mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes and other cell products are secreted by the exocrine glands. Ducts or tubes release these products. Ducts, in contrast, are not present in the endocrine glands. Directly into the fluid bathing the gland, their products called hormones are secreted. Compound epithelium has a limited role in secretion and absorption as they are made of more than one layer of cells. Protection against chemical and mechanical stresses is their main function. The dry surface of the skin, the moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, inner lining of ducts of salivary glands and of pancreatic ducts are covered by compound epithelium. With a little intercellular material, all cells in epithelium are held together. Specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links between its individual cells in nearly all animal tissues. In the epithelium and other tissues, three types of cell junctions are found. These cell junctions are called as tight, adhering, and gap junctions. Tight junctions help prevent substances from leaking across a tissue. To keep neighboring cells together, adhering junctions perform cementing. By connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cells, the gap junction facilitates the cells to communicate with each other for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. Connective tissue. In the body of complex animals, connective tissue are most abundant and widely distributed. Because of their special function of linking and supporting other tissues, organs of the body, they are named connective tissues. Connective tissues range from soft connective tissues to specialized types which include bone, cartilage, blood, and adipose. Except blood, in all connective tissues, the cells secrete fibers of structural proteins called elastin or collagen. To the tissue, the fibers provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility. Modified polysaccharides are secreted by these cells which accumulate between cells and fibers and act as matrix. Three types of connective tissues are classified: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and specialized connective tissue. Cells and fibers are loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance in loose connective tissue, for example, areolar tissue present beneath the skin. For epithelium, it often serves as a support framework. Fibroblasts, macrophages, and mast cells are present in loose connective tissue. Beneath the skin, another type of loose connective tissue called adipose tissue is present. The cells which are present in this tissue are specialized to store fats. In this tissue, the excess nutrients which are not used immediately are converted into fats and are stored. In the dense connective tissues, fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed. A regular or irregular pattern are shown by the orientation of fibers and are hence called dense regular and dense irregular tissues. The collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers in the dense regular connective tissues. Examples of this tissue are the tendons which attach skeletal muscles to bones and ligaments which attach one bone to another. Fibroblasts and many fibers that are oriented differently are present in the dense irregular connective tissue, and this tissue is present in the skin. Various types of specialized connective tissues are cartilage, bone, and blood. The intercellular material of cartilage resists compression and it is solid and pliable. Within the matrix secreted by them, cells of this tissue are enclosed in small cavities. In the vertebrate embryos, most of the cartilages are replaced by bones in adults. Cartilage in adults is present in the outer ear, joints, tips of nose, between adjacent bones of the vertebral column, hands and limbs. Hard and non-pliable ground substance rich in calcium salts and collagen fibers are present in bones, which give bones its strength. Structural frame to the body is provided by the bone. Softer tissues and organs are supported and protected by the bones. In the spaces, the bone cells are present and are called lacunae. Weight-bearing functions are served by the limb bones such as the long bones of the legs. To bring about movements, they also interact with skeletal muscles attached to them. The site of production of blood cells is the bone marrow in some bones. A fluid connective tissue called blood contains plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Blood helps in the transport of various substances and is the main circulating fluid. Muscle tissue. Arranged in parallel arrays, each muscle is made of many long cylindrical fibers. These fibers are made up of numerous fine fibrils called myofibrils. In response to stimulation, the muscle fibers contract, then relax and return to their uncontracted state in a coordinated fashion. To adjust to the changes in the environment, their action moves the body and maintains the positions of the various parts of the body. In all the movements of the body, in general, muscles play an active role. Skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscles are three types of muscles. Closely attached to skeletal bones are the skeletal muscle tissue. Striated skeletal muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion in a typical muscle such as the biceps. Several bundles of muscle fibers are enclosed in a sheath of tough connective tissue. The smooth muscle fibers do not show striations and taper at both ends. Cell junctions hold them together and in a connective tissue sheath they are bundled together. This type of a muscle tissue is present in the wall of internal organs such as the blood vessels, stomach, and intestine. The functioning of the smooth muscles cannot be directly controlled as the smooth muscles are involuntary. Merely by thinking about it, we usually are not able to make it contract as we can do with skeletal muscles. The contractile tissue present only in the heart is a cardiac muscle tissue. The plasma membranes of cardiac muscle cells are fused by cell junctions and make them stick together. As a unit, communication junctions at some fusion points allow the cells to contract, that is, its neighbors are also stimulated to contract when one cell receives a signal to contract. Neural tissue. To the changing conditions, neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness. Neurons, which are the unit of neural system, are excitable cells. The rest of the neural system, which constitute the neuroglial cells, protect and support neurons. In our body, neuroglia make up more than one half the volume of neural tissue. An electrical disturbance is generated when a neuron is suitably stimulated, which swiftly travels along its plasma membrane. At the neuron's endings, arrival of the disturbance or output zone triggers events that may cause stimulation or inhibition of adjacent neurons and other cells. Organ and organ system. In the multicellular organisms, the basic tissues mentioned above organize to form organs which in turn associate to form organ systems. For more efficient and better coordinated activities of millions of cells, such an organization is essential which constitute an organism. In our body, each organ is made of one or more type of tissues. For example, all the four types of tissues are present in our heart, that is epithelial, connective, muscular and neural. After some careful study, we also notice that certain discernible trends are displayed by the complexity in the organ and organ systems. This discernible trend is called evolutionary trend. Please share this video with your friends. Leave your comments below and please subscribe to my channel for more content. Click that bell notification that would let you know when a new video is uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please subscribe to my channel for more content.